Alright, I come down to a better spot. That's the south end of the yard. They got a car sit there for southbound pickup. That's the throat of the yard there. And there's only like 4 or 5 tracks here in this yard. And then on up the north end of the yard, they got some maintenance away cars to haul the railroad ties in. That car there. Got the main line and the siding there on the left. And apparently this is just a business back in here, but this is only accessible flat land. Yeah, I wore my Red Wings. Wasn't about to wear them dadgum hiking shoes. Yeah, I could actually sleep back here just fine. It's flat enough. Yeah, I don't know what building that is, but it's some kind of warehouse with tractor trailers out front, but nobody around back. Yeah, this is stuff I've been using. Yeah, I got a few chigger bites. I just didn't wear it on my upper part of my body. I had just sprayed from knee down, but I'm gonna have to pretty much take a bath in this stuff this time. But I'm gonna try and find a little bit better spot. It's so elevated here. Anytime you get off the railroad tracks, you just more or less go straight down like this on either side of the yard. So I'm gonna walk on up a little bit and see if I can't find a better place. I can't stand that noise, that well, that's where that ball came from. Yeah, almost got hit by a golf ball out on the tracks. Not the first time I ever had a golf ball hit at me. There's no way in the world that could have happened on accident. There's no other balls out there around me. I just heard a bump. I looked over in the gravel, probably 1.5, 2 feet from me, and there's a golf ball sitting. I found a little bit better hid space. I mean, it could have been on accident, but I'm gonna go buy a lottery ticket. If so, I figure if it was on accident, then there'd be a whole hell of a bunch more golf balls. Yeah, waiting that sun come down. The end of the siding is just right up past that overpass. Yeah, I sprayed myself down. I used the rest of that can on me. Yep, there's your derailer. See, that just flips up and folds over. And there's a little marker that lets them know where it is. And it's got a little solar power thing on it to make it glow. It doesn't glow that bright, but kind of looks eerie when you're in the railroad yard walking at night. You see them really dim lights. Kind of reminds me of when you're in a cemetery at night, walking through in dark, hoping to God something weird happens. I think that's why we all go to cemeteries at dark. Well, this baby ain't been nowhere in a while. You can see where they The couplers meet up, it's rusted over. And the glad hands are rusted. See, a lot of times you get a air hose with a leak. It's this that leaks. It gets a crack in it. It'll cause the train to go into an emergency. That pressure gets low. Let's see. March 1969. Put tractor trailers on there. These are old piggyback. But this one here, it really ain't got no center guide on it. It may be custom for loading a loader on, because this is the maintenance away. See them railroad tie gondolas? See all the railroad ties up in it? January 1976. Yeah, every car has one of them. It'll tell you a built day and if it has been rebuilt, it'll have a rebuilt date also. But I'm hit pretty good. The only thing, it's on a kind of a angle. It's on a curve where I'm camped. So here in a little bit, I may go on down to that overpass down there. Go back over here and yeah, by the time I found that trail over to the golf course, I didn't see who was swinging the ball, swinging the club. Yeah, I got that bug spray on my arms. Kind of feel clammy now. Yeah, you could see where somebody come along here and sprayed oil on the rocks to keep the dust down. Actually, I think nowadays that stuff isn't made with oil. It's made out of pine sap and water, I think. They mix water and pine sap together and spray to keep the dust down. Yeah, there's trails back here, but I am really far from any homeless. Maybe it's gophers. Like on Caddyshack. We have to kill the gophers. No, the golfers. Unless golfers come back here to use the restroom or something. I don't know. But sure can't sleep on that angle like that. So yeah, and CSX will come along here anytime. Maybe pull up in that side and I can get on. Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a 1 in a million chance what just happened, but a while ago I was walking just right over here by these railroad tie gondolas and a damn golf ball landed like a foot from me. Yeah, I was right up here. And I heard the gravel go. I looked down and there's a dang golf ball. May have been that other one up. I don't see how they could have seen me. There's a golf course right over there. Kind of feel like I'm in the line of fire. Yeah, I just standing there, stopped to look across that car, and yeah, this is where I was. Dang golf ball landed right next to me. That's a weird thing. I've had golf balls hit at me before. Seems like every time you get by a railroad yard, you got a golf course like by half of them. I don't know how they seen me from over there. I mean, it could have been an accident, but there's no other golf balls anywhere out here. And the chances, I mean, if there were 30,000 golf balls out here, I could see it being an accident. You know, at one time I was in Casper, Wyoming, and there was a bar probably, maybe 30, 40 yards off the tracks. And let me set my camera down. I'm trying to get it to, yeah, there we go. Yeah, there was a bar like, 30, 40, 50 yards from the tracks there in Casper. This was 25, 30 years ago. And waiting on a train, and this guy and his girl walk up to me. I guess they come out of a bar and told me I had a 1 minute head start on them. I hardly ever tell anybody this story, but I said, what do you mean? He goes, time's burning, time's burning. I said, what do you mean I got a 1 minute head start? He goes, man, your time's running. And I thought, man, this is going to be like in that damn movie where they chase Ice-T or Vanilla Ice. That one rapper guy, I can't think. They take him out to this wilderness camp and they give him like a hour or two head start on him, then they chase him. It was just like that, man. I was running through the yard, but within that first minute, I didn't know what was going on. So I went and hid a couple of rows of cars over and just watched them. Of course, I could see then, I could smell, I could hear. And sure enough, there was 4 or 5 other guys that joined them, and they started heading the last place they seen me cross the train at. By God, man, you talk about a heart attack. Man, I was running, I was hiding, I was getting on top of grain cars. I finally found a gondola and hid down in some scrap metal they had down in the bottom of it. And I hid there all night. And I heard a couple of times, I heard the gravel crunching. So I know a couple of them had walked by during the night. Man, my God, they had sticks. Good Lord, man, I thought I was gonna lose my daggum life. And I don't know if they ever would have caught me, would they really have just killed me in there in the yard or what? But man, I didn't go through Casper for probably 2 or 3 years after that happened. There's a lot of strange stuff. But yep, it's getting dark right now. The sun's about another hour before it's dark. Oh, I hear a train. Please, God, stop. It sounds like he's hauling butt. Something like that right here. Man. Goodbye, Freddy. Man, oh well. Yeah, he'll probably go down there and stop. See, I'm waiting on one to come in at the same time one pulls up. That way he'll stop. Oh, man. There's always another train. There's always another train on the brain in the rain when you're in Maine and you're in vain. Oops, it's got a crack in the paint. Kinda cutting my pen tip up. Yeah, I'll go ahead and put the pop. There we go. Where's my lid at? Here we go. Yeah, I just don't trust staying out here too long. She might pop me this time with the golf ball. You know, a lot of people ask me what is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. And I don't want to say to me, something happened to me. It is more or less what happened to me. I had really, this was way long time ago, 25 years ago here too. Let me set this camera down. And I may have told this story before, but maybe not. But I think I was outside Albuquerque in Belen, I believe it was. But I had been, my God, drinking probably, I would say, then maybe case and a half of beer a day. I had gone probably 2 days straight without a drink, and oh my God, I was so shaky and sick, throwing up, couldn't eat, sweating, mind playing tricks on me. So I opted to get a cheap motel, and back then, my God, you could get a room for $19.99 a night. And yeah, it was Belen. Yeah. And so I got me a room, and well, this date would narrow down when it was that movie with Kurt Russell called Breakdown, where that truck driver J.T. Walsh kidnaps his wife and holds her for ransom. That movie had just come out on TV, on cable. It hadn't been out of the theater a year, I wouldn't say. But whatever that was, it was a year after that Breakdown movie come out with Kurt Russell. And I watched almost all of that movie, and that's when I started going through the DTs, delirium tremens. My God, it's like I can't, it's hard to explain. It's like I went into that movie. It was happening to me. I remember running out of that motel trying to hide, thinking someone was out after me trying to kill me. Sweat pouring. And I remember going out on the highway and trying to stop cars. I was flagging my hands, trying to get somebody to give me a ride out of there. I thought somebody was trying to kill me. And I don't know how much time had gone by, but I guess it was a state trooper that had pulled over in the median. But apparently he must have knew what was going on. He took me to the emergency room, and they went ahead and put me in a detox center. That way they could give me Librium or Ativan to help wean me off the right way, medically, off the alcohol. And most detox centers like that are in the mental health hospital or ward in the hospital. So they stuck me up there, and I don't know what all they gave me in the ER before they shipped me there, but I remember being in the little, I guess, TV room they had there in the detox center. It was like on the 5th or 6th floor, and that was in Albuquerque. And I remember that I kept going into that cycle thinking somebody was after me. And I guess they didn't give me enough Ativan or Librium, but I still thought people were trying to kill me, and I was trying to break out of that hospital, run and hide. And here I am in a hospital gown, and I couldn't get out through that plexiglass window in that, day room, I guess you'd call it. And I pick up this big wooden table and threw it at that glass, and it just bounced off. And I ran through the hall, and I football tackled those locked doors, those swinging solid wood doors, and blew those doors open. Ran, got in the elevator, went down, and went outside right off the property of the hospital, hid underneath a bush, like one of them, like cedar tree bushes. I went and hid up underneath there, and there was 2 motorcycle cops and a regular cop that pulled up to the hospital, probably because of me, and I ran over there. Help me, they're trying to kill me, And I remember them grabbing me. They didn't slam me or anything. They were nice to me. They were like, yeah, we'll get you some help. Come on, we'll make sure everything's okay. So they took me back upstairs and strapped me down. I don't know what they gave me that time, but I don't remember nothing until the next morning. And I was feeling a lot better that next day, and a couple of the other patients that were in there telling me about what all I did, and showed me that mark I left on the plexiglass from throwing the table. And they had like a maintenance crew in there that were fixing those 2 doors that I had shoved open. I can't believe the power you have when you think somebody's really out to get you. And so I went through probably 5 more days of that detox, but it didn't happen again. Now, I've gone through DTs since then, but it wasn't nothing nearly that bad. That was the absolute worst I've ever gone through DTs. But that just shows how bad of a thing alcohol is. I mean, to know you're doing that to your body but not caring and continuing on. With me, I had to realize that I truly was going to die if I did not quit. So it didn't take AA, it didn't take anything except a decision in my mind. And still, even though I detoxed my body and got to feeling back normal, it still took me over a year to get my head right, to get all the cobwebs out, to get thinking right, get my balance back even. I mean, it's that bad. So it's like once you make that decision, then you can work on it. But with me, I absolutely know I can't ever drink again. Because just one beer, I'll end up right back in the hospital. My liver's to the point right now that even healthy stuff is somewhat bad for me. But I think I may have told that story before, but it's not one that you're proud of telling. But the only reason I'm telling this is maybe somebody that's dealing with alcohol right now, just maybe before it gets that bad the way it got with me. But I'm over it. I quit in time. There's never ever no going back. But now I can't enjoy a cold beer like everybody else can. After mowing the grass on a hot summer day, you come inside and drink a cold beer. I would love to do that, or have company come over, or have a couple of your train riding buddies come into camp, share a few beers. I can't do that anymore. But anyway, I thought I'd tell that story. Yeah, I'm gonna look for a different place to maybe roll out tonight. Actually, this don't look too bad if people stop hitting golf balls at me. Yeah, this will do. Let's see, let me get a little further in. Yep, this will work. Let me get my machete out and chop some stuff back. Yeah, that's good and hid. And I ain't got much stuff. I just got that bedroll in there. So if anything does come and stop, he's going to be here for a while. I can get rolled up in time. Alright. Let me get my stuff situated and clean that out. Alright. Got that cleared out, matted down, and got some more room where you don't stand up and get raked across the face with a limb. Got all the rocks out of the way. Yeah, I don't know what I did with my machete. Oh well. If I need one bad enough, I can get one. They're only like 15, 20 bucks. But yeah, anyway, let's take a walk over here. Too bad that train didn't stop. It could have taken me to a better place. Actually, I'm going that way, north. So that train there wouldn't have taken me north. It would have gone south, but I could have gotten to a better spot by going south. Sometimes you gotta backtrack in order to get the other direction. Yeah, any train rider will tell you if you're in a bad spot, sometimes going back the opposite way is a better choice, just to get to a better place. Yeah, here's the siding line, in case one needs to get by. They'll pull over in the siding. There's the main. See, you can tell really traveled line is if it's kind of got a penny color, copper look to the silver on top. Then you'll have silver on each side, but yeah, these are the concrete tie rail anchors. Getting ready to put these in, actually not on the main line. They're sitting next to the main line, but they're going to be put in that siding line. That's just the only room they had for them. Yep, this side don't look much better. Yeah, I think we're good over here. Yep, the good old do not hump. I remember the first time I seen that, I must have laughed for 3 days. But yep, they come along with these, and they got a big crane. It's got a hook on, like a nut. You put $1 in at Walmart, and you grab a little toy, and they set them railroad ties out. And this hasn't seen traffic in a while, at least a few days. You can see where they had the last rain, how it's rusted already. Don't take much. I don't know if I brought that glow-in-the-dark paint stick. I'll have to look. I'm trying to keep my load light this trip. Iowa. You know, Johnny Carson, I remember he's from Iowa. I remember one night on the show he said, yeah, Iowa stands for idiots out wandering around. But that's where BD underwear come from. B, V, and D are the names of the town, 3 towns. I don't know if it's Bellevue, Davenport. I'm not sure the name of the town BVD stands for, but yeah, leave in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. Okay, try to find something else to talk about. Oh yeah, I meant to say, to tell you about a good product here. This is the Benadryl itch pen. You can get them at any Walgreens, CVS, but you just dab it on you, like where you itch, where you get bit, and it forms like a hard layer. So, and it kills the itch, and it forms a protective barrier over the top. And it's not messy, it's not sticky, but yeah, they're like $5 a piece. I got 2 of them. There was buy one get one for 50% off if you got the Walgreens card. So it was about, oh, I don't know, $8 altogether for 2, and they last pretty good while. Yeah, kind of getting chilled out. The sun's down, and that's where I'm gonna bed down tonight. You know, I told you a story a while ago about, you know, what happened to me in outside of Albuquerque. That last story, how bad that was. I guess I could tell you a story that's completely flip side of the coin. Just when I thought the impossible could never happen. I remember I'd caught the freight train out of Battle Creek, Michigan, going north. Thought I was going to go to Port Huron and then to Canada. But during the night when we hit Flint, Michigan, we went north, and I ended up in Saginaw. Their little railroad up there, the Lake State Railway, it's just a little bitty outfit they got. But by then, and it's been about probably 2.5 days since I eaten, and I was so hungry that I didn't even hardly have energy to even walk around. And Saginaw, Michigan is not that big. They don't have a day labor place. So, and I was completely 100% broke. I didn't have a dime on me. No food. I was out of everything. I was so hungry. So I got to looking in the phone book at a payphone to see where they might have some churches at. And I found a couple of them that were within a mile that I could walk to. I didn't think I could go more than a mile, as hungry and weak as I was. But I went to the first church, no one was there. The second church had somebody that told me to come back the next day. And I'm thinking, man, I am in a really bad predicament here. How in the world am I gonna get some food? But when I came back to camp, there was a cigar box sitting next to. So I hid my gear and thought I had hid it good enough, but come back and there's a cigar box sitting next to my gear. I picked it up, opened the cigar box, and there's a $50 bill and a little New Testament Bible, one of them orange small Bibles inside that cigar box, and it just had a little note, said God loves you in it. And I thought, oh my God, of all places something like this happened, it happened here. And oh my God, I really needed that. That was like right after I started riding too. I really didn't have the ropes down. I didn't know where to go, who to talk to as far as getting food and stuff. But man, you talk about chowing down when I finally got some food. But I've gone hungry since then, but it was my own fault for letting it happen. But now I rarely go a day without eating, except for if it's my own fault. But I figured I'd share a good story on top of that last one about the DTs. But it's almost dark. I couldn't really find any firewood. I mean, I don't have to cook. And the mosquitoes aren't bad, so I really don't need a fire. But sometimes it's nice just to keep certain critters away. But hopefully I'll catch something before tomorrow. Because something's got to come in here and pull in the side. And even if it's a coal train, I'll get on it. Because it ain't that far to the next. Either way, if I go south, it'll be a better spot that I was talking about earlier. I can get off. Or if I go north, crew change is about 30 miles from here north. So either way, it won't be a long ride if I have to ride a coal train. Suicide. Oh, perfect. I come down a little bit of ways down the yard, and there's a down tree. Look at all that kindling, all that firewood. Mosquitoes just coming out too, so yeah, it'll get her going. Get some coals built up anyway. It'll be a good night tonight. Cause back in here, check this out. This is really nice back in here. Right in there. Oh, it's flat. A lot of pine needles for softness. Well, I tell you, this year the lightning bugs, I have never seen lightning bugs so plentiful. It's like a bonus year for lightning bugs. Out of almost 33 years of riding trains, I've never seen lightning bugs as many as they are this year. Yeah. kind of chilly out. But yeah, shoot, I could have a fire all night. Yeah, this will work just perfect. Ah, mosquitoes are already gone. Well, it's almost dark, so I'm gonna sign off and hope tomorrow will be a better day. Maybe tomorrow will be the ride day.